Yes, as a life coach and a language assistant, these are the things, a brief recap of the things and the messages that we covered last year, 2025. We looked at love, relationship, and intimacy, and the common goal or the purpose for this is to bring unity. Okay, putting away the indifferences of race and the territorial boundaries, but also going for that thing, or also getting to know that person that you can relate with better, like not being limited within the circles of culture, the circles of where you were raised, no, but also getting to know it is about, as you hear the word intimacy, the person you can bond with and flow with in the live language that better suits you, or that suits you better. Then we also looked at the 12 sons of Jacob. The pattern of the blessing is to help you overlook the trials we go through in life. So it's not about the names that we are given. It's about how you identify with the problems and the challenges that you do get to face. And can you see beyond that God is out there still working his will and wanting to do things for your best interests? That is important. Then the other we looked at the angelic, or the angelic ministration. And in the angelic ministration, we looked at them being a supernatural, these are invisible supernatural beings that are ever there to watch over us, to protect us, and as also working, because now they work beyond human limitations and weaknesses, and even beyond our abilities, the things you can't do by yourself, and that God has assigned them to do such work. And you can be able to discern the angel of darkness and of light. The one of light is at your best interest, not even to harm you, but to do you good. Then from that we looked at language as a tool that brings, or that bonds us, to do with communication. But in this communication, it goes deeper, that how best can you relate with the other person? Okay, because if you're able to speak that person's language, then you have that person's attention, and also whichever, yeah, it helps you to connect better with others. Okay, and in language we looked at different languages that we are learning. There is French, introduction to French. There is greeting, making a brief, like we said you can get a song to help you memorize as you're learning whichever kind of language you choose to go for. Then we also looked at the greetings in Germany, how you can present yourself in such a way. And it is not actually about the white man's language, but also, even if it is in Africa, there are many languages that are there. But remember, you do learning the language for a purpose. Maybe you're there to translate, to interpret it to others, or on the other hand, you want to understand the culture of how that particular, or those kind of person relate or live. It is important, or it is really rather good and inspiring people. Then there is leisure. Leisure is that time that you get for yourself alone. When you're alone, what is that one thing that helps you to be healthy? Maybe in your mind, having a healthy mind, because sometimes you need space. Trust me, you do need. And there is a certain environment or a certain atmosphere you will never be able to reach at, not until you come to yourself. Now, the self I'm trying to say here is that when you get that time making yourself productive, and you get to search out within you how to put certain things to work. And in 2026, there is such much to learn and to really still explore. Stay tuned.